Hello, friends. My name is Matthew Swanson.
Ugh.
I am an author.
Ugh.
What's your name? And what do you do? Who are you?
My name is Robbie.
I don't know this woman. I don't know where she came from.
Bear,
Yeah?
and I'm an illustrator.
And she's so reluctant to share information with you. She prefers to be mysterious and anonymous. If Robbie hadn't introduced herself, you guys wouldn't have known who she was. Am I correct?
Here's the thing.
What?
If anybody found us,
Yeah.
they found us by searching Robbie and Matthew on YouTube.
What if they searched hottest show on the internet and that led them here? But they're like, well, who are these exceptionally charismatic people?
Very wrong with the algorithm. All right.
My name is Matthew.
Matthew feels like we need to introduce ourselves at the beginning of these shows, so I'm just doing it because I don't want to argue with him. But I'm doing it reluctantly and grudgingly because I feel like you all should know who we are by now.
Do you believe that Robbie doesn't want to argue with me? Or do you believe that she wakes up in the morning and reaches for a cup of argument the way most people reach for coffee? Instead of being invigorated by the bracing intake of caffeine, Robbie is invigorated by the opportunity to wrestle with her partner, Matthew. And this is Robbie, my friend, the illustrator.
Oh my gosh.
Greetings, it's nice to meet you. What does he say? Greetings, it says. And what does it say? Explain that what does that say?
Explain the plan for Saturday is no plans at all.
All right, you guys. You have been very diligent students, except for those of you who got sent to detention, which is all of you. And on Saturday, which will be the day after we conclude the reading of Real McCoys Volume 1, Real McCoys, we are going to have a free-for-all. There's going to be no agenda other than no agenda.
Zero agenda?
There's going to be no plan other than no plan.
I didn't realize this.
Yeah.
I thought we were just going to not read for that
I will
day.
probably need to make an agenda for my own security, comfort, and sense of wherewithal. But, my friends, one time El Puppy was like, can't we just hang out? We're going to indulge El Puppy just this once because she shows up every day with the joke. She is here for us like a rudder, like a pillar. Like the fulcrum, like the pulley, all right? Like the wheel. El Puppy is all these fundamental tools.
More like the axle.
Okay, all these things.
Yeah.
So on Saturday, bring your questions, bring your concerns, bring your homework if you've been late so far. Stay in detention if you're still there at the conclusion of this show. What does that say?
Matthew praises certain students for using their detention so productively.
Yes.
Period.
Some of you did an excellent job. A good number of you sent me essays.
Yes.
Thank you very much, William. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. Who are the other people? Did Miss Schaefer? Ella sent us.
You know what?
What?
I named Ella principal.
Who named Ella principal? You seconded my nomination of Ella for principal.
Yes.
Ella, like within moments of the show ending, sent us her "Where is January? How is January? Why is January? What is January?" essay. And hard-hitting research on the origin of eggplants.
Yes.
So anyway, Ella is your new principal.
She's your new principal. She's
can
out of detention.
Yeah, but she can only remain principal if she keeps dishing out detention left and right. I want a real taskmaster as the principal of this school. Let's see what this says. Matthew
admonishes the brazen rebels for continuing to defy his iron rule.
Anybody who did not send an essay, and I know there's some of you because the number of people streaming did not match the number of essays I received. You guys, you're not just going to have to be in detention. You're going to have to scrub the desks. You're going to have to scrape the gum off the bottom.
Wow.
Yeah, you're going to have to
This is not the
alphabetize the
I
books.
ever went to.
You're going to have to dust the shelves. You're going to have to fix the clocks. You're going to have to scale the canyon walls. Just saying, watch out. Robbie, wait.
Oh, Robbie clears medicine.
Right. Robbie is
I'm
here.
I'm gonna have to.
Do you know how celebrities have bodyguards to protect them from the paparazzi that follow them around? Robbie is my glaring guard. She is the one who adds substance to my threats because I can't back them up myself. I'm just too.
What are we threatening about?
We just want them to do their homework. Actually, I've been satisfied by the number of you who did do your homework.
Those few of you who actually did your homework have now released everyone from detention.
I think it's true. They did such an excellent job.
You did good work for the collective.
Robbie,
Thank you.
Are you going to share some of these essays?
Yeah,
are you going to share some of these drawings? And are you going to enlighten us all about the reason eggplants are called eggplants?
Yes.
We got to the bottom of this mystery.
We got so much good information.
All right.
Okay, so first of all, the information about eggplants.
Okay.
which if you were on our most recent live cast.
If you were, you learned the meaning of the word redundancy, and therefore you'll be prepared for what's about to happen, which will be redundant, but not for everybody. And we need to be open-hearted and generous to those who were not lucky enough to be on the first half hour of this program because they were in detention. All right, so Robbie, yes.
Here's the story about eggplants.
Tell us.
Back when eggplants were first being cultivated, they were actually shaped like eggs, and in Europe, they were smaller, much smaller, and white, looking like this.
Oh my goodness.
Look.
What?
I found this after several people sent me this information about eggplants. I went online and I looked up little white eggplants as a Google search, and this is what it came up with. The title of this blog post is, "This photo finally unlocks the mystery of why they're called eggplants."
This is exactly the blog post we needed.
This is hard-hitting info that was in Cosmo magazine, you guys.
Which is a magazine that I read almost never. So it was good that Robbie found it via the Google.
But it is a legit magazine, so obviously this question was on everyone's minds.
Did you Google hottest article on the internet
to
go along with?
I did not.
Hottest,
I did not, but now it's the hottest article because all of you guys are looking at it right now.
Yeah.
So this is what eggplants look like when they are first starting to grow onto the plant, and so they're pale.
I'm persuaded.
White. They look like eggs.
I don't think you need to convince anybody any further. All right. What about? Do we have some essays?
Wait.
Yeah.
So further, somebody sent in some information about eggplants.
Yeah.
That I thought was very interesting.
Let's hear it. I want to hear the interesting information.
Okay, so this was from, I think it was from Megan, who did a little bit of research on the internet, and I appreciate she, I need to turn us back to us.
Yeah, okay.
She gave us a new vocabulary word.
Oof.
That's a really good one, you guys. The word is solanaceae.
Solanaceae.
So there's no accent on that. I think it's just solanaceae.
Okay.
Solanaceae is the nightshade family of plants.
Who knew?
Of which eggplant is one. So eggplant is a nightshade.
That makes it sound sort of dangerous.
Yes. So plants in this family are called solanaceous plants.
Ooh.
Isn't that a good word?
That could be a band name or an adjective for describing my lips.
Solanaceous.
Solanaceous.
So we enjoy eating both solanaceous fruits and solanaceous tubers. Now, eggplant is a solanaceous fruit.
Okay.
Because it's growing off of the plant.
Okay.
An example of a solanaceous tuber. What do you think?
A potato.
Yes, potatoes are tubers because they are the roots that grow underground that are kind of usually fat-ish, right? Mm-hmm. And we eat them. So, if you're eating ketchup and tater tots, for example, you are eating two different solanaceous fruits at the same time.
Ketchup.
Potatoes. Because tomatoes are also solanaceous. They are part of the nightshade family.
Oh my God.
If they made ketchup out of eggplants, then it would also be two
Raise your hand if you're glad they don't make ketchup out of eggplants. Raise your hand.
I think that would not be delicious. Good. So anyway, there we go. We learned vocabulary.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you, Megan. She said, look at that. That's just with a little bit of research online. Doing a little Google search.
We will gladly feature your research if you do it for us. So please.
So eggplants, chili peppers,
yeah.
Bell peppers, lunchbox peppers.
What's a lunchbox pepper?
Just ones that you eat that aren't like super spicy.
Okay.
Those are all solanaceous.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that information,
Isn't
Megan.
that cool?
All right. What else have we?
What else have we?
Who else got out of detention?
Okay. So William sent us.
Oh, what did William
He sent us not just an essay.
Oh.
He also sent us
some
drawing.
Amazing drawing.
Yes.
All
so
right.
I want to show you the drawing.
Okay.
Because we don't have time to read everybody's essays.
We don't, but just know that they warmed our hearts.
They were great.
And inspired our spirits.
Yes. We're going to write back to you.
Okay.
Look at this. This is the
Super Bus.
Visit the McCoys Museum. Stay at the Jones Hotel.
Oh, that's a good tagline for a vacation
awesome?
package. Visit the McCoys Museum. Stay at the Jones Hotel.
Look at this awesome rendition of the sun and all of its flailing, beautiful rays.
Oh, Mrs. Breath. I see her. Show Mrs. Breath up there.
Mrs.
No,
Breath.
right here. Yep, there she is.
Oops, where is she?
Oh, look
there
at her.
She is.
Oh, she's so beastly.
Yes, there's one of the, there's Annabelle Adams with her little beret.
Oh, both Dubliners?
Both Dubliners.
I like how all of the bad guys are on the top floor.
Yes.
Yes, they got.
Oops.
Don't.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Man.
Sorry.
William's drawing is already perfect.
And
There's Moxie.
There's Moxie, and then is this? I wonder if there's a Dr. Fungo.
That could be the Squiggler. Maybe it's the Squiggler. It's got the Squiggler hat. You guys are going to learn about the Squiggler soon when we get to book 2.
Yes.
Speaking of which, we'd probably better move on to book 1 pretty soon.
To actually reading book 1.
Do we have anything else to share from the friends? I see that Ella sent some jokes.
We have lots of jokes.
Should we have one joke now? Just like a little teaser joke?
Okay. Let me, I can't get back to my, there we go.
This is a real challenge.
I'm sorry. Here we go.
Okay. That's us. There we are.
There we
my
go.
name is Matthew Swanson.
Oh my gosh.
This is my colleague, Robbie Bear.
Okay.
All right. I didn't look at the answer. Okay. Oh, are you building suspense and tragic
I'm trying to decide.
excitement?
Ella sent us several jokes.
Ella, thank you.
So, why do we tell actors to break a leg?
Because we don't like actors and we want them to feel pain.
Oh.
No.
No.
Because they have an extra leg, and by breaking one, they still have 2, and therefore they're evening the playing field.
No.
Because if we told them to break an egg, it would get something sticky and gooey on the floor.
Nope.
I don't know, Robbie. Tell me the answer.
Every play has a cast.
Oh,
right?
I get it.
One.
Yes,
I
get
one.
it. I was making that. Yes, I like that. All right. Okay.
Yes.
All
Here
right,
we go.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Wait. El Puppy started out with many jokes. I'm going to just read one.
El Puppy was instructed to send us jokes in the body of an email.
I think she did.
Oh, she did?
I think so.
Oh, I didn't get it. Maybe she just sent it to you because you guys are besties. All right. So what is the what is?
Oh, look, El Puppy had the same joke as Ella did.
What? Maybe they are getting it from the same joke of a day website or something. Maybe. We'll see.
Okay.
All right, so what's El Puppy's joke?
Why did the crab never share?
Why did the crab never share? Because he was in a pinch?
Oh, that's good.
Because he had to shed his exoskeleton?
Oh, you're getting closer to the idea.
Because...
It could be a crab or it could be a shrimp.
Or a lobster?
Not a shrimp.
Okay.
No, I don't know if it's a shrimp. A clam.
A clam. Because he was shellfish?
Yes!
I like that.
Are shrimps shellfish?
No, shrimps aren't. But
crabs.
Are crabs shellfish? I thought only... Anyway, we don't have to get stuck up on that.
Now, okay, next assignment.
Is a crab really a shellfish?
Tell me what actually is a shellfish?
Maybe
is a clam? Because a clam has a shell.
But
it's not a fish.
Oh, man. Well, no shellfish are actually fish.
Right.
They're all other things. But are lobsters and crabs shellfish? Somebody find out.
Please,
report back.
yes.
We don't want to do any work. We want to ask questions. We want you to come up with the answers. Please cite your sources in Chicago Manual of Style, approved citation style.
All right.
Are we good? What do you call... Oh, I saw a funny joke that had the word fart in it, and I can't resist it. What do you call a prehistoric fart? A dino spore? I don't know. A squeaker?
That's just what you call a regular.
A Paleon toot?
That's good.
What is it?
A blast from the past.
Why are fart jokes already... I'm sorry, parents, if you hoped this was a place where we wouldn't have any fart humor.
Come on, man.
We can't. All right. Robbie reads the entirety, which means all of Chapter 14, you guys. Every last word. We're going to get the whole thing.
Go
so team
excited.
Continuity of chapter wholeness. Okay, here we go. I'm going to press the words. Guys, we're getting close to the end. In case you are very excited and wondering, this is the penultimate chapter, which means the second to last chapter.
Another good vocabulary word.
Penultimate. All right. Chapter 14, The Assembly. Please say it with some reverence.
The Assembly.
The Assembly. All right, here we go.
The assembly begins with the
Robbie, are you up to the challenge of reading Chapter 14, The Assembly?
So.
Would you like me to read it?
I don't know.
Right.
No, I want to read it.
All right, here we go.
Chapter 14, The Assembly.
The Assembly.
The assembly begins with a kindergartner singing Jingle Bells. Listening to the mangled mess of it is like getting 1,000 paper cuts all at once. Unfortunately, the awards happen at the end of the assembly. We are next forced to watch as the first graders do a skit in which some of them are dressed like sheep and some are dressed like raisins. At least that's what it looks like. I'm too busy preparing my Eddie Award acceptance speech to pay much attention to what's happening on stage. I'm trying to decide whether I should thank the President of the United States and Annabelle Adams when a hush falls over the crowd. Now, this is where I have to turn the page, Matthew, because we're not over there.
Okay.
All right. Principal Jones walks out on stage holding Eddie. A loud cheer fills the auditorium. We have never been so happy to see him. It has been a long and difficult day, says Principal Jones, but Eddie is back where he belongs. More cheering. Eddie is probably the most popular owl on the planet. And now we have some awards to hand out, says Principal Jones. More cheering. And then some more. First up, the Wise Owl Award. For the student who has best demonstrated Eddie's great wisdom. And the award goes to... Principal Jones looks down at the piece of paper she is holding. I glance over at Tammy Dublinger, who is smoothing her hair and practicing her most horrible smile. Thomas Barlow, says Principal Jones. Tammy Dublinger's jaw drops like an apple falling from a tree. It's clear she can't decide whether to cry or yell or burst into flames. Thomas, a great big 6th grader who could really use a haircut, walks up to the stage and shakes Principal Jones's hand. He is shocked and surprised, as if he has just discovered that he has an extra elbow. He takes his certificate and sits down. I'm too busy feeling awful about the next award to properly enjoy the downfall of the Dublingers. Next up, the Golden Owl Award, says Principal Jones, for the student whose behavior is most in keeping with Eddie's fine example. And the winner is... I look over at Milton. He's sitting there as quietly as an empty cicada shell. He has worked so hard for this award, and I messed it up for him. All I can hope for is that somehow Tiffany Eifenbach has also lost an owl point in the last hour or so. But then Principal Jones says the exact 2 words I least want to hear. Tiffany Eichenbach. There's a flurry of cheering from a small group of 2nd grade girls who are clearly big Tiffany Eifenbach fans. Tiffany bounces up onto stage with an enthusiasm that would make Bob Tuttleman proud. We all clap for Tiffany, but then the room goes silent. It's time for the Eddie Award. It feels like a spaceship has just landed in the middle of the auditorium, and we're all waiting to see what kind of aliens are going to come out. Principal Jones puts on her glasses. She takes an envelope out of her pocket. And now to announce the winner of the Eddie Award for the student who best embodies Eddie's courage, patience, and wisdom. A student who has gone to extraordinary lengths today to help this school and be a good sibling and show us the true meaning of selflessness, which isn't one of Eddie's virtues, but probably should be. My mental machine is going wild trying to figure out whether Principal Jones has just described me. There's no denying I've helped Tiddlywop today. And how could one ask more of a sister than sharing top-secret detective training knowledge with her pint-sized brother? I am puzzling through what exactly Principal means by selflessness when she says, and the winner is... Every student takes a breath all at once. A full hour seems to pass before Principal Jones finishes her sentence. Milton McCoy! Oh, Milton!
Oh, my goodness.
I feel like a house that gets blown apart by a sudden tornado, but then gets put back together again just a little bit better than it was before. I look over at Milton. Everyone looks over at Milton. No 1st grader has ever won the Eddie Award. This is basically as shocking and exciting as the invention of the wheel. In an instant, Milton transforms from a piece of dry toast into a plate of happy lasagna. He sits straight up, and then he stands, and when he stands, various 6th grade boys start chanting, Milton! Milton! I think they're doing it to be funny, but then other kids start saying it as well. Milton! 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 I can't help but join in. That's my little brother up there, and I taught him everything he knows. This is very smart of Principal Jones, of course. Milton made important steps today in his development as a detective, and she wants to let him know he's on the right track. There will be other problems that need solving in the future, and it will take both of us to get the job done. Principal Jones and I both know that I'm the real mastermind behind catching Tracy Dublinger, but sometimes it's even better to see something good happen to someone you love instead of getting it for yourself. Dad tells me this all the time, but I've never really understood it until this moment. End of chapter.
Don't you think there's time for more, Robbie?
No.
Don't you think there's time for another 15?
I don't think so.
But look at the agenda item.
Uh-oh. Wait. I have to turn us back. Well, Matthew begs Robbie to keep reading.
We're almost to the end. It's so close we could fit in and we have time. Let's do it.
No, we need to have a Friday. Yeah, Robbie glares menacingly.
Yeah. You see, you guys, Robbie can put me in detention just as easily as I can put you in detention, except she has the means to make me actually go. All right, what do we have here? What does that say? Jokes and etc.
Jokes and etc.
I do want to jokes and etc., but I want to point a few things out. First of all, our friends did some research down here.
Already? Good work, people.
Yes. Megan says crabs, shrimp, and lobsters are crustaceans.
Ah.
But then Sharon Connor says shellfish, noun, shellfish, plural noun.
Shellfish.
Shellfish.
Which means that shellfish and shellfish could mean one shellfish or it could mean 1,000 shellfish.
How do you know when you walk into a room whether there's shellfish there or shellfish?
If Matthew says, Robbie, go get me some
shellfish.
Shellfish.
If I said some. How about if let's have shellfish for dinner?
Yes.
Robbie doesn't know whether we're just going to have one clam or like 400 lobsters.
Is it clams?
Listen, shellfish are an aquatic shelled mollusk. For example, an oyster or cockle. Or crustacean, a crab or a shrimp, especially one that is edible.
Oh.
There you go, you guys. So, but what I want to show you is this.
As Megan points out, crab, shrimp, and lobsters are crustaceans, but they are also shellfish.
Robbie, how do I get back to the book? Because I want to show somebody something kind of remarkable. Please click over there so I can zip back. We have some of my very favorite illustrations. But look, right here. Zoom in on this part.
Oh, okay.
Look what we have.
I can't do it this way.
You can't? How can you do it?
Hold on, I need that.
Okay. You guys, we were just talking about shellfish, and I want to point something out. So Moxie is always a little confused about words and language. And here, if Robbie can zoom on that, I'm puzzling through what exactly Principal Jones means by selfishness when she says shelflessness, shellfishness, or shellfishness. So anyway, that to me is Robbie illustrating at her best, where she adds little layers of jokes in the illustrations. I also want to show them. Let's zoom out again. The maybe my favorite illustration in this whole book or the whole series is a couple pages before this, where we have Moxie's hairdo get. Oh, I also love Moxie imagining here what Tiffany Eifenbach might have done.
Could possibly have done to get in trouble, to lose an Al point on the last day.
So Tiffany Eifenbach, who has been without fault all year, might suddenly swear, spray paint the word butt on the wall, or sock somebody in the jowls. Yes. I don't think it's likely. This just shows you inside of Moxie's mind in a way that I find delightful. But let's go show my very favorite illustration in this entire book is when Moxie is shocked by Milton winning the award. Keep going. And she says, she says, I feel like a house that gets blown apart by a sudden tornado but then gets put back together again just a little bit better than it was before. And we have Moxie looking like Moxie looking like a tornado, and then Moxie with this crazily kempt-looking hairdo with her hairband.
Nicely brushed hair.
But I love that her expression doesn't change, that the tornado did not, in fact, do anything but make her hair neat. That, to me, is one of my favorite things. So... what's going on here?
El Puppy wants us to sing the theme song. Did we not do the theme song?
I don't think we did.
It wasn't on the agenda.
El Puppy, this is a little bit petulant of you.
No, El Puppy's just being emphatic.
Robbie has created something special with this book. Art, page 315. Well, which one is that? Here, let me see. Who's complimenting you? It's M. Okay, here we go. 315. 315 is...
Oh, yeah, well, this I do love.
This is awesome. Some of you might not get this, but this is a reference to the poster and maybe the opening credits of an old TV show called Charlie's Angels. And I guess they made a new movie out of it, too. They remade it,
yeah, so...
Where they show these crime fighters, each sort of pointing in different directions in a tableau. Tableau is like an arrangement of things. So here we have Principal Jones, Moxie, and Milton as the three crime fighters working together, the angels of Charlie's Angels. So, yes, M. Cernak, you are correct. Centurk, M. Centurk, you are correct that this is brilliant.
We have M's proper name somewhere in our emails.
This is Robbie at her best. I agree.
That was a fun one to draw.
So we're at jokes and etc. We have a little bit of time. So do we have some jokes? I think El Puppy.
Yes, El Puppy has some jokes. El Puppy also wants us to sing this theme song.
Oh well, I'm not going to sing it. But I will dance to it.
Do you have any homework you need to assign, Matthew?
Oh, who asked me that?
No, I'm asking you that.
No, I thought I'd give them a little break from homework.
We're going to give you a break, but here's what's going to happen.
Whoa.
I'm going to give you a little preview.
Ooh.
Next week.
Yikes.
We're going to start having... Is that for this or not?
I don't think so.
Never mind.
Robbie, just about to lie to you.
I was about to lie to you.
We are going to give you some homework tomorrow, which is something that you can think about and prepare for No Plans Saturday. See how I'm trying to build something into No Plans Saturday?
I was going to say, you're already making plans for Saturday.
Welcome to Life with Matthew. Robbie doesn't like structure at all, and Matthew doesn't like not structure at all. So that's why we work so well together. Yes. I'm the bridge that keeps her livestock from wandering away. The fence. Yes, the fence. I'm the bridge. I'm the bridge that keeps her livestock from
going into the river.
I don't know.
We'll see. Getting washed away.
This metaphor wasn't thought through.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there's more jokes. Plus, Ella has some jokes in that document that we didn't. I think Ella's still with us.
Oh yes, that's true. That's true.
All right. So what do we have?
I do also appreciate all of the strings of Robbie is awesome. I feel like Matthew. Could somebody be a Matthew?
No.
Please?
I don't want any fans that need to be asked to be my fans. I want organic fandom. I want people.
I'm afraid you're going to have to wait for a little while.
That's fine. I'm very patient. I believe in me. I am my fan, okay?
All right.
I don't need you people. I want you people, but I don't need you people on the Matthew and Robbie show to feel good about myself. Let's do the theme song so El Puppy will not have wasted all of those words.
I also have one more joke from El Puppy.
Okay.
Where was the Constitution signed?
I believe it was Philadelphia. Was it New York? Was it Richmond? Was it...
I believe it was Philadelphia.
Well, that's what I thought. But
that is not the answer to the joke.
I think it is the answer.
At the bottom.
Oh, El Puppy, how doth thou torment us?
That was a trick
I like
question.
It. You know what?
Yes.
I knew that Philadelphia probably wasn't the answer, but I didn't know what else to say.
I think it is. Okay, more homework.
Who can tell us?
I think it was Philadelphia.
Somebody get out the Google.
In the Constitutional Convention. That was in Philadelphia, wasn't it?
Maybe they didn't sign it there, though. Maybe they signed it in Newark. Maybe they signed it in Overland Park, Kansas. I don't know. Maybe they just wrote it in Philadelphia, but they were like, we can't sign this and write this in the same place. Yeah. That's too predictable.
Yeah.
It's possible. I don't know. Maybe they went to Yonkers. Isn't that a great name of a place? Yonkers?
I like, not Schenectady. What's the other one up there?
Skinniatolis?
No, yes. Is that how you say it?
I think so. Skinniatolis?
I just drove by and it was like, Skenattles, Skanoodaloos.
Tell us, there's another question for you. Your job is to fix all the mistakes we make and to smooth them over.
Find weird names of upstate New York towns, please.
All right, please.
Thank you.
Like Cohoes?
No, that's not weird enough.
That's weird enough for me. I have a low bar for weird. I like all the things that could be weird to be weird. Do we have anything else? Let's get to Ella's jokes on the document. Here we go, from Ella.
Okay,
Let's see what we have here.
All right.
All right. And Ella actually made up a joke.
Oh, yeah, this one's a good one. This one's a good one.
This is authored by Ella.
Yes.
Yes.
What happens when...
Excuse me, Principal Ella.
Principal Ella.
Principal Ella.
Mm-hmm. What happens when Coffee gets arrested?
When Coffee gets arrested, it's time to do my physical therapy. When Coffee gets arrested, it's caffeine. It's a buzzkill.
Oh, that's good too.
No?
It could also be hot chocolate or tea.
It gets put in. I don't know.
They take a mug shot.
I like that.
One. That was really good.
Good job, Principal Schaefer.
Yes.
This is why you're in charge of the school.
Exactly.
Are there any more jokes in this lineup? I see one more.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you get when you cross a parrot and a centipede?
A parrot and a centipede?
Yes.
100 legs of Polly want 100 legs. Squawk-a-doodle-doo? I don't know. Tell me. What?
A walkie-talkie.
A walkie-talkie? I like that.
Right?
Okay, good. All right.
Yes.
We reached the end of this magnificent
I think we have. It's
half
2
hour.
o'clock.
All right, friends. Thank you. Please let Robbie know how much more comforting it was to be introduced to us at the outset of the program and get used to it. Because I'm adding a layer of structure and fun.
Oh, there's a good one.
Oh, let's hear it.
Tonawanda, New York.
Tonawanda?
Or Tonawanda?
Tonawanda?
Oh, Tonawanda?
I like Tonawanda.
Tonawanda?
Take me to Tonawanda.
Cheektowaga?
What?
Upstate New York has the best names.
You guys. Oh, El Puppy, the Constitution was written and signed in Philadelphia in the Assembly Room of the Pennsylvania State House, now known as Independence Hall. El Puppy, you have redeemed yourself for your Robbie idolatry.
You're back out of detention. Everybody's out of detention.
No. El Puppy she gets to move her desk closer to the door that exits it, but until I get her essay, she is still in detention.
Oh, look.
What?
Mr. Funny Pants is a Matthew fan.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Funny Pants. Let's start a club. Let's have a badge and prizes.
Who's going to make that badge?
Prizes. Be quiet. Nobody wants to hear from you. I know someone who makes badges for me. Mm-hmm. I'm going to talk to her.
Who is that person?
And see, I don't know.
Pray tell.
You don't know her. You wouldn't even appreciate her as much as I appreciate her. Why is Sharon saying no? Because it's over.
We're leaving.
Because it's time.
It's time to say
Good
goodbye.
news. We'll be back in 23 hours or 23 and a half hours, depending on what type of programming you appreciate. Friends, this has been our genuine pleasure. Thank you for spending your time with Matthew Swanson and
Robbie.
Old Crumpy Pants here. We'll see you on the morrow, my friends. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you for telling us everything that we didn't know.
I appreciate that. That's really
handy. You guys
handy.
are the best.
You guys.
Yes.
Keep it up. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh.